Yes. Have you ever met a salesman? I mean a real salesman. Not someone who works and they may get commission if they just so happen to sell something. I mean a real salesman who, if they do not sell, they do not get paid. You don't sell this product, you won't eat. A person in this position must be innovative, must take risks, must be bold. I used to be a salesman. And my wife can tell you, sitting in the back as the timer today, that I respect fellow salesmen. In fact, if you have a product that I don't even really want, if you can sell it to me and sell it hard, I'll go ahead and buy it. Just because of your effort. I used to work for a company called Comcast. I'm sure some of you have heard of the company Comcast. It's interesting, some people have a little smile and smirk as they hear the name, and then some people have a little fire in their eyes because they have dealt with an issue from Comcast. I started out in the call center, and I used to just take customer complaints. Hey, I'll send a technician out. I can fix your problem on the phone, just turn it off and turn it back on. But I began to upsell. When customers call in, they're considered warm calls. And you either upsell or you top-down sell. Well, I used to upsell customers and give them upgraded packages. Hey, take this stars if you pay for HBO. All right? Well, some people in the marketing department started to notice my small skill set and gift for gab. A guy named Rome Christian, today we call Romy Domy, 6'4", light-skinned guy with green eyes. And he had a particular way of speaking. He either spoke really quietly or he would sing to you. I'll get to that in a little bit. Him and his colleagues started to notice my skill set and what I was doing out on the sales floor, the call center. They started to introduce commissions into the call center, and I took advantage of it. I was the top salesman for the Mid-Atlantic region, including Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, for 19 months in a row. When I moved to the D.C. sector of Comcast, this came to a screeching halt. A screeching halt. I'll tell you why. Romy Domy called me one afternoon. He said, hey, I think I want you to come to my marketing team. I want you to come down to D.C. I want you to sell cable for me. I said, hey, you know, I'm making good money. I'm making salary. I'm getting commission. Why not? He said, come on down. We'll do a little interview, and then we'll go from there. So I was working in a call center with a nice parking lot, nice pristine grass, a lot of parking spaces. Everybody was so nice and pleasant. And during this interview, I'm going on the way down there, I'm going into D.C. There's gridlock traffic. There's no parking. There's trash everywhere. No one's saying good morning. And they're basically shoving me out of the way. And my first day down there, I got a $60 parking ticket on the way to the interview. In the interview, I said, Romy Domy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I'm used to being in Montgomery County, where it's nice and pristine. Now you have me down here in this muck and mire. Who's going to pay for this ticket? He said, man, listen, I don't know what you want to do about that ticket, but you're going to make some money down here. I told him. He had a funny way of talking. I said, all right, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to follow you on this trail, and we're going to see where it goes. He said, we have a presentation in the building today. Go to the presentation. I'll put you on the payroll today. Let me know how it goes. We were starting the Comcast internet back then. This is 2003. He said, if you sell one Comcast internet box, that's $50. If you sell two in one day, it's $100 a piece. If you sell 5 or more in one day, they are $200 a piece. I said, all right, sounds good. I hear you talking. I go down here, and in the lobby of the building, we have tables set up. There's balloons, cookies, big screen TVs, and as people are coming home, they're walking into this, wow, what is this? I'll take a cookie. What, you can install me now? Great. I'm sending technicians upstairs. And we did this from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And I sold 17.
Wow.
From that day forward, I was hooked. But the next day, I didn't sell a thing. In fact, the next 3 weeks, I didn't make one sale. And as I said before, this was a commission job. And if I didn't sell, I didn't get paid. I became very frustrated. I went to one of my co-salesmen, a guy named P.T. Taylor. Now, P.T. Taylor, he used to call me Skyrunner. Now, if you guys can understand what he means by this, please help me out. He used to say Skyrunner. For most people, the sky's the limit, but for Skyrunner, the limit's the sky. I have no idea what that means. It's like 10 years later. Don't know what that means. P.T. Taylor, where are you? He said, listen, today you don't have the salesmen you had before. You have a bunch of clock watchers. You got to go out, you got to take risks. You got to do things differently. I said, okay. I'll give it a shot, P.T. Taylor. Let's see what I can do. I started knocking on more doors. And I'm telling you, there's no warm call, there's nothing. There's you sitting in your house, watching Verizon. I'm knocking on your door and I'm trying to convince you to buy Comcast. This is very difficult. I said, I'm going to go another way about this. We have people out here that have illegal cable. You have illegal cable. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to your building or I'm going to go to your house and I'm going to check the pedestal. And if you have illegal cable, I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to cut it off. And then I'm going to knock on your door. Hey, how you doing? Know you were watching the game. I can help you out. For a simple $19.99 a month. I can get that cable back on right now. I can walk right over and turn it on. Now, some people didn't answer the door. Some people wouldn't take it. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. I can see your TV. Shh, it's all slow. It wasn't just sitting like that. So that was one way. My second way was a bit more profitable. I would go to a building and I would meet with the property manager. And the first thing I would do is introduce myself as their Comcast rep. I'm here to help you. That is my job. I'm here to help you. What problems do you have in your building? And they'll usually rattle off all the complaints they've been hearing for months or even years. So I write down all their complaints. And I say, I'll come back in a week or so and I'll have these fixed. So depending on the degree of the complaint and who I may need to get involved, within a few weeks I would have all of their usual complaints taken care of. Then I would come back to the property manager. Actually, I would call on the way and say, hey, I'm at Dunkin' Donuts. You guys want some breakfast? Yeah. You and the secretary? Sure. I've got a dozen donuts for you. I'll come in, I've got the donuts, I got the coffee. I say, hey, I fixed all of your problems. Oh, thank you, Tom. That's so great. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's great. I'll tell you what you can do for me. You can just slide my flyer into your little move-in packet. And when your new guests move in, they're flipping through, they see my flyer, they give me a call, boom, they're installing the cable the very next day. A few weeks later, I'll come back, hey, I'm on my way to your building, I'm stopping by Subway getting a 6-foot sub. You guys want it? Upon arrival, I kind of check out, you have any more issues or anything else going on? Oh no, we're good, all our customers are happy, it's great. Hey, you know what I was thinking? How far in advance do you know when everyone's moving in? Oh, about a month. Do you have a list with phone numbers? Because that would be great if I could get that list. I could call them in advance. I could meet them on the day they move in and have their cable installed before their sofa hits the floor. Oh, that's a great idea. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Here's just some of the innovative ways that salesmen have to innovate and change and adapt in order to be successful. Not only in sales must you take risks and make changes and adapt, but these also apply to life. So let's all be salesmen. Thank you.